All right, welcome back everyone. In today's review, we are going to be taking a look at the Star Wars Imperial Stormtrooper Disney exclusive made by Diamond Select. Now, I got this guy when we were in Disney. It was a fantastic find. And yeah, so let's start off by taking a look at his accessories. So first off, he comes with two of these gripping hands. Just as two standard open hands. Let me grab the other one. So we just have the two standard open hands here. Then he comes with one trigger hand. And as you can see, he comes with two bitch slapping hands. Then he comes with his long rifle, which is very nicely done. Mine's a little bit warped, but not a big deal. It's just the way it was in the package. It does have that silver highlight on it, you know, of the paint, which is nice, as you can see right here on the hilt. If I can get this to focus in. Right here on the hilt, you can see a little bit of silver brushing along down the barrel of this long rifle. The stand itself, which does not fold out, it just stays folded there, but nicely done, mostly casted in black, and it has a hole here at the tip for a blast effect. Next we have the little hand pistol that he comes with, and once again the silver brushing on it. Very nicely done, mostly casted in and black. Along with the, like I said, the silver brushing on it to bring it to life a little bit, to show off some of that detail. And this has a hole in it too for the blast effect that it comes with, which I will show off here in a minute. And then his regular blaster. I don't know the names of these, so please forgive me, and if anybody does know, you can leave them in the comments down below. But once again, you have the sight with a little bit of the silver brushing on it right here, and in the back along the whole barrel. Very nice. Very well done. So just some nice little paint on that. And then we have the little runabout droid that you always see in the movie. You see these little guys running around. Usually they see someone like Chewie and they turn around and they make their little noise and they run in the opposite direction. A little bit of silver highlight on there to show off some of the detail. And on the top, got some wheels. This is just casted in black plastic, and the wheels do not roll. Pretty cool little addition. And then we have, last but not least, we have this blast effect, which, if you take his blaster, you can plug it right into the tip of it here. And there you go. So that's cool. And you can do that to each weapon on each one of these, which is nice. I mean, that's a big blast for a small little handgun. And then for the rifle, this one's a little harder to get in. There it goes. There you go. Very nice. Very nice. So now moving on to this guy. So, all right, so starting from top to toe, we're taking a look at this guy's head sculpt right here, as far as on the helmet itself. All the little lines, all the little details here on this guy is nicely done. Each individual little tick mark that's here on the helmet itself is wonderful. I have a little tiny dot right here. Not a big deal, I just noticed that. But the detail on this guy, I mean, they have him dead on. I mean, look at the eyes, the vent in the mask, all the way down to the chin. Everything is just beautiful. Beautifully done. Shoulder pads are soft plastic here. They do, on this side, this one popped off. They're on a peg. So yeah, see, whoop. All right. Anyway, as you can see, there's a peg hole here, so you can remove that armor. Let me just grab that real quick. All right. and then you just take it and you can just pop it back on. So his arms, and I think they did that because so the you know, this, you can move his arms and then kind of tuck it in, or if they need to move when you do move his arms up, if you have to, that they're not getting in the way, because they do bend up, as you can see. Makes him, looks like he's shrugging his shoulders at this point. But, you know, I think that's why they did that, so they can move out of the way for when you want to move his hands up. Everything else is armor, nice shiny white, all casted plastic. Then you have his waistline here, a couple little black dots here for the detail. His belt, which does not, it moves in the front a little bit, but it's glued in the back here. Then you have where he carries his thermo detonators in the back here with a little bit of paint, which is very nicely done. The detail on the back of his armor. Before I forget, even the bodysuit underneath for the neck, you can actually see the little ridges in there. So this guy's pretty cool. Pretty cool. You know, the Under Armour he wears underneath, he has a ball joint, or ball socket I should say, for shoulders, but no butterfly hinges in there whatsoever. More molded armor. All the armor is just molded white plastic, and then down to the hands, which have a little bit of armor on there, and then mostly casted black plastic. Same thing with the crotch piece, it's all molded plastic. Same thing with the thighs down to the legs. There's not really much paint on this guy until you come down to the bottom of the boots and you know, and the hands, but most of it's just casted, you know, in the color, you know, either black or white, whichever. The little bit of paint detail that they did do, like on the side of the mask here and here, they did a great job with. All right, so now that we're done with that, let's get on to articulation. So this guy can look down that much. He can look up that much, which is a shame because he should be able to look up a lot more, but he doesn't. Head tilt side to side, and he can turn his head side to side. I showed you before, he can do a T-pose to a certain point. If you pop off the armor, he can move his arms up a lot higher. He has a bicep swivel. He has a single jointed elbow. That's as far as the bend goes with this guy. Then you have down here, you have his wrist swivel, and his hands hinge side to side. Like I said, that's why he has the bitch slapping hands on there. Or move along, nothing to see. He has he has his upper waist swivel, and his ab crunch is that much, and then back is really non-existent. He does have a waist swivel, only a little bit on this articulation. That's as far as he can get with the splits. He's not going that far. So as you can see in there, the way they did the hinges in there, they're not ball joints. They're just kind of just like a standard leg hinge, which is fine. No drop down legs, and he has an upper thigh swivel, no knee swivel. He has a single jointed knee, and then he has his ankle articulation, which can rock back that far, rock forward, and then rock side to side. So now, I didn't really mess with this guy until I started doing this review, so this is the first that I have done anything with him. But for the most part, he's just a standard Stormtrooper. It's a great collector's piece from Disney, especially if you're a Stormtrooper collector. He's nice. He's very, very nice. Oh, and I forgot, he does have his pouch that hangs off the side here that holds his weapon. So I don't know if this is for the smaller weapon or the longer weapon, or, you know, for this blaster here. Obviously, it doesn't seem like it wants to fit in there, so I'm thinking that maybe it's mostly for this one. Like I said, I really haven't messed with this guy. I just took him out of the box and did the review, but unfortunately it looks like nothing plugs in there because it doesn't want to go in. As you can see in there, it's really really closed. So maybe I have to heat that up and see if I can get this stretch out some to get this to go in there. But I don't think this one's going in there because that just looks like voodoo anyway. This one here, which should be going in there, doesn't really want to fit in there either. So I guess it's just for looks. What a shame. So for the most part, like I said, if you are a Stormtrooper collector and you know, this is one of those ones that you should get to add to your collection. He is cool. He's, like I said, to get him into dynamic poses, not really, but he is a trooper. To stand him up on the shelf, yeah, he's a good looking trooper to stand up on the shelf and to, you know, put with the others or just by himself. So you just take his hands and pop off his hands here. Let's just put a little weapon in here. Pop his gun hand, his trigger hand, I should say, on here. Let's pop off this other one and give him an open hand. All right, so let's see if we can get him kind of in a little bit of a pose here. So his regular blaster, which would be his, as you can see in the back, same articulation as the Black Series back there, pretty much. Yeah, that's as good as you're gonna get with this pose. As you see, the trigger finger barely makes it to the trigger right here. But like I said, dynamic poses you're not going to get out of this guy. But if you want to have him standing here like so, and you can take his blast effect, which is cool. That's a nice little pose right there. Take his blast effect, plug it in. And there you go. Now you have a Stormtrooper that can't hit the broadside of a barn, bucket heads. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Like I said, this guy's a cool collector's piece, and that's exactly what he is. He's not meant, you know, they didn't make him to where he was going to do a whole lot of dynamic stuff. And that's fine. I'm okay with that. Am I angry because he can't get in dynamic poses? No. Am I bothered because he can't get into dynamic poses? No. It is what it is, and I'm okay with that. So I'm gonna have him kind of holding his gun like so, and that's fine. Yeah, you pose him how you want, put him on a shelf, and there you go. And that's how he's set. All right, so let's see how he compares to a couple other figures, and let's finish this review. All right, so here how he scales with Masters of the Universe Origins Lords of Power Merman. Here's how he scales with the G.I. Joe Classified Barbecue. Here's how he scales with the Black Series Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan Kenobi. Here's how he compares to McFarlane's Multiverse Batwoman Beyond. Here's how he compares to Masters of the Universe Revelations Man-at-Arms. Here's how he compares to Masters of the Universe Revelations Faker. Here's how he compares to the G.I. Joe Classified Storm Shadow. Alright, so wrapping this review up on this guy here. I mean, as far as a Disney exclusive, it is a great find. It is a great character. It's a collectible. It's not meant to be put in such dynamic poses. You just put them however you want to put them. And that's pretty much how you're going to leave them. So you're buying a collector's piece here. You're not turning around and buying something that has, you know, double joints and, you know, 41 different points of articulation. That is not what this is for. This is just part of a collector's series, and like I said, it's a Disney exclusive. Overall, I dig them. On a scale of 1 to 10, you know, because of the articulation, I give him a 6. I like him. I like him a lot. He'll go next to my Vader and my Darth Maul in my collection that I have, and that's where he'll stay. And the blast effect is cool, and a couple of the other not articulation, but a couple of the other accessories that he comes with are cool as well. very well done, especially if you like Stormtroopers. This is definitely a guy to pick up. The only, like I said, downfall with it is just the articulation. But once again, like I said, he is a collector's piece. I would have never probably taken him out of the box, but when I was bringing him home, they crushed it in my suitcase, so the box got crushed. But whatever, that's cool. He'll go on the shelf, and that's where he'll stay, and that's where I'll enjoy him. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review of the Imperial Stormtrooper, and I will catch you guys on the flippity flip.